इजराइल पर हमास का जो टेरर अटैक हुआ है, उसकी प्रतिक्रियाएं पूरी दुनिया से आ रही हैं। प्रेसिडेंट बाइडेन ने अमेरिका में बाकायदा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की है और पूरी तरह से मदद का यकीन दिलाया है। मैं इस समय अमेरिका में हूं और बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं ताल नाइम, जो कि इजराइल की एम्बेसी है जो यूएस में वाशिंगटन डीसी में, उसकी स्पोक्स पर्सन है। Tal, thanks a lot for joining me in this conversation. Just tell me first the ground situation in the Israel.
Thank you. So the situation, basically this morning, 6:30 a.m. Israel time, the Hamas terror organization launched a massive terror attack in Israel through the air, through the sea and ground. Hundreds of terrorists attacking Israeli civilian, thousands and thousands of rockets being launched all over Israel from the north to the south. We have until now more than 3,000 missiles hitting Israel, most of them intercepted by Iron Dome. And what's more troubling is a hostage situation. Beside 250 already confirmed dead Israelis, unfortunately, including men, women, and children, elderly, senior. We have more than 1,000 injured in all kinds of severity of injury. And we still cannot confirm the final number, but we have a substantial number of hostages. Within these hostages, women, children, and the elderly.
So Tal, tell me one thing that as of now, how is the situation? How IDF forces are reacting at ground zero? What do we expect? How long the hostage situation will go on?
Okay, so the hostage situation is, first of all, hostages that been kidnapped from Israel, from Israeli territory to within the Gaza Strip, and also a few terrorists that have been occupying Israeli villages next to the Gaza Strip. This is still an ongoing situation. We have a lot of forces over there, and we hope that it will be over soon. But as of this afternoon, Prime Minister Netanyahu have declared that Israel is effectively in a war situation. There have been a massive amount or a large amount of draft in the reserve force. And we have started already this morning an operation in the Gaza Strip, an airstrike, in order to combat the Hamas infrastructure and to collapse it, basically.
Tal, I have myself visited near the Gaza border, the areas crossing the Shed Road city, and it is a heavily fortified area. I want to know that how they were able to cross over this side and did such a ghastly terror attack.
That's a question we're still debating on, and I think that now we're focusing on managing the situation on the ground, resolving it, save as many lives as we can. And later on, we will investigate and we'll understand exactly what happened. But it is very important to say that this morning, Saturday morning, was a religious day in Israel. It was a holiday, actually, the Simchat Torah holiday. That's the joy of the Torah, of the Bible. So that's a sacred day. And Hamas chose this day in advance in order to get people when they're in their home with their family celebrating, and took advantage of people being on their holiday vacation.
Tal, you are based in Washington, D.C. What is your information if the attack by Hamas, the terror attack by Hamas, it is backed by the Hezbollah also and some help from Iran side?
There is no question and no doubt about the connection between Iran and Hamas. We know they're being funded and they're being they're being trained by Iran. There is no doubt about it. Hamas is a terror organization that was designated as a terror organization in the United States, in the European Union, and in a lot of countries around the world. So there is no doubt that Iran is behind it. And we appreciate greatly the President Biden's declaration today, committing to Israel's security, to Israel's right to self-defense, and to talk again about the important relation and special relation between the U.S. and Israel, and that the United States will always stand beside Israel.
Yes, Tal, we have seen the press conference of President Biden, and he said that Israel has the right to self-defense, and also he has said that United States will support Israel in this hour of crisis. So what kind of support you are expecting from United States? Will it be the strategic support, diplomatic support, or also it will be a military support?
Okay, so first of all, we really saw, and again, we thank the Biden administration and the bipartisan congressional support. We saw a wall-to-wall support within the United States and many other countries also. For now, there have been condemning the violence, the massive terror attack being launched by Hamas. We are still talking both sides in order to understand exactly what are the needs, and we are in a continuous dialogue about that.
And one more thing, Tal, that the situation in Middle East is very troublesome. So, if the situation can escalate in your opinion, because the Iran has congratulated Hamas, as you know, and the Qatar and Saudi Arab both have said that it's a occupation forces from Israel. So, if the situation can escalate if we focus on such kind of references.
It can always escalate. We really hope it will not. And I have to say that the Israeli army is ready and is holding the northern frontier as well. We are ready for any development in this war. And we need to see where it goes. But I can tell you that Hamas will suffer greatly from this attack.
Yes.
Israeli Prime Minister and Army Service declared that Hamas is going to suffer tremendously after this awful day they inflicted over Israel.
Tal, India stands in solidarity with Israel. Prime Minister Modi, he has given a message and he said that India is with Israel. So how do you perceive India's role in this hour of crisis?
Of course, India is one of Israel's closest friends and allies. We really appreciate President Modi's support and declaration. And we're yet to see, we're still in the stage of managing the situation that's going right now, as you said, in the ground zero with the hostages situation. But probably later on this week, with the UN and international forums starting debating about this issue, we would appreciate India's and other countries' support.
Exactly, Tal. My final question to you. There is a United Nations emergency meeting, United Nations Security Council emergency meeting. What's your expectation from that meeting?
I hope that the UN and the Security Council will take a strong and firm stand against this massive terror attack that's been launched against civilians, thousands of missiles toward civil society in Israel, civil population in Israel, and hostages. Within them, more than 100 hostages, within them women and children, babies. So we hope the UN will take a strong and a firm stand, stopping the violence from Hamas.
Tal, it's a very cowardly attack against the innocent women, children. So, what do you think? Whether the entire world should be united against such a ghastly terror attack by the Hamas, and there should be a global action against Hamas?
Nothing can justify terror. There's no doubt. Nothing. And again, Hamas launched this morning this attack unprovoked. Israel did not do anything. You can't point out a single issue that was happening these last few days that would imply such a reaction. So we definitely want more and more countries to take a strong and a firm position against Hamas and against terror.
Thanks a lot, Tal, for talking to us. We hope that Israel, we stand with Israel, India stand with Israel, and also we hope that these terror attacks should be repelled and the innocent lives should be saved. Thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
ये हमारे साथ में बात कर रही थी ताल नाइम। ये वाशिंगटन डीसी में इजराइल एम्बेसी की स्पोक्सपर्सन है और क्लियर कह रही हैं कि हमास को बेहद ही स्ट्रांग जवाब दिया जाएगा। और दूसरी बात ये भी कह रही हैं कि भारत की सराहना कर रही हैं, भारत ने जिस तरह से सपोर्ट किया है, और ये भी कह रही हैं कि अमेरिका भी पूरी तरह से इस लड़ाई में इजराइल के साथ खड़ा है।